Howdy folks, I hope you're doing well. We're back with another comparison video, and this one's for Zaccaria's Moon Flight Deluxe. So I know this one's a little late, like really late. And not to make excuses, but Thursdays are kind of rough around here. I simply ran out of juice Thursday night after gathering all the footage. I sat down to take a cat nap, and before I knew it, it was midnight. Friday I got home, sat down in front of the desk, and got called into work for an emergency. By the time I got home and showered, it was time for Super Game Room Dudes, followed by Galaga Guy 88's stream, both of which I prefer to watch live. Then there's Saturdays. Don't even get me started on what goes on around here on Saturdays. It's definitely not Saturday morning cartoons, and I'll be here for at least another minute or two babbling about what goes on around here. So, yeah. Anyway, what you're watching here is gameplay of the original 1976 Moon Flight table from London Pinball. You can find a link for the video in the sources section in the description below. As far as history is concerned, there's really not much information on the original Moonshot. Sadly, that seems to be the case with a majority of these Zaccaria tables. The electromagnetic table was released in October of 1976. Some of the notable features are 2 flippers, 3 pop bumpers, 2 slingshots, 9 stand-up targets, as well as the end of ball bonus. At the end of the game, a 3-digit match number appears to the left of the backlash score. If you matched, you won! I won! As of the making of this video, Moon Flight Deluxe is available on Zaccaria Pinball via Steam, the AtGames Legends Pinball HD, and the AtGames Legends Pinball 4K. Now that we've taken care of the history and whatnot, here's what we're gonna do. First, we'll start with the Zaccaria Pinball version via Steam on my ALP 4K. That'll be followed by the ALP HD version on my not-so-stock HD. Then we're gonna head on over to the ALP 4K and play that version. Everything here is shot in 4K at 60 frames a second, and I'm going to keep my mouth shut until gameplay is complete. If you're curious about the PC that I'm using, it's a custom build that I put together in February 2024 from parts that I picked up at Micro Center. I put a part picker link for the machine in the description for any of you geek types that are like me that are interested in knowing what's going on underneath the hood. And with all of that other stuff out of the way, folks, let's hit it.
Captain, the universe is calling. Let's take this ship to the moon. Nice one, Captain. Ball saved. We're still in the game. Captain, that was flawless. Incredible shot. Combo.
So what did you guys think? Overall, I think the artwork looks great. I think the TV in the middle of the playfield with the astronaut on the moon looks really cool. It'd be kind of nice to know if that was real NASA footage or not. Chances are it's not, because I'm sure there would be some sort of licensing thing involved. I think the DMD is fantastic. This is what all of their DMDs should look like. The artwork is solid and the animation is great. Hopefully they keep it up. As far as the table is concerned, in my opinion, there's just way too many flippers, and the upper and lower playfields are kind of confusing, but we'll get to that in a bit. In comparing the three versions side by side, I think the 4K version is a bit more well balanced, and there are a few reasons for this. The Steam version looks amazing, especially when it comes to that TV at the bottom of the playfield. The scan lines and the way the picture rolls on the screen like it would during the 1969 broadcast is phenomenal, and it's a really nice touch. The upper and lower playfields are well defined in this one, but the white glow that they use for all the tables kind of washes this one out a bit more than some of the other ones that I've played on Steam. The 4K version has taken a step back as compared to Black Belt Deluxe in the sense that the upper and lower playfields aren't as well defined or transparent. The same can be said for the HD version. Neither has the washed out white glow that the Steam version has, and obviously the 4K looks better than the HD. On the HD and the 4K, since they're not as well defined, I found myself hitting the flippers too early when the ball came down the center of the playfield. This is because the lower playfield kind of blends in with the upper, so I would mistake the flippers in the lower playfield for the ones that are at the bottom of the playfield, or vice versa. I'm sure this is something that we could get used to over time, but you guys can be the judge of that. Then there's the speed. The Steam version's really fast. Not unplayable fast, but fast enough that at times it feels even more unnatural. It felt like with the increased speed, with Magic Pixel's overly bouncy physics, it made the ball act like it was a rubber ball, especially at the bottom as the ball bounces around the lanes. With it being slightly slowed down on the 4K version, I feel like the ball doesn't feel as light, but it still bounces around like a motherfucker on those lanes. And don't even try to nudge it, because it only exacerbates the bounce and almost guarantees that you're going to drain the ball. When it came to the HD version, I found it to be quite jittery here and there, especially when the ball came down the ramp to the lane or when the ball was bouncing off the flippers. Sound-wise, this is another one where I can say I really enjoyed the music. It's fast-paced, but not frantic. Obviously, the 4K is going to put the HD and the Steam versions to shame thanks to that SSF kit. One of the things that frustrates me sound-wise is it's missing that call-out or that sound that you would hear that would alert us that the ball was going to get locked or held by the magnet. To me, it gets held by the magnet at random, and it really throws off your timing. Maybe there's a reason why that happens and I just haven't figured it out yet. I don't know. There's another sound issue, but this one's on the 4K. After losing the ball, the call-out volume is much lower than the other versions. This issue has been present on the last few tables. Speaking of call-outs, the voiceover work on this one's pretty good. Although I get this Peter Griffiths / Chuck McCann playing Ben Grimm from the 1994 Fantastic Four cartoon kind of vibe from this guy. It's tough to kind of put my finger on why I feel this way. His voice isn't as gruff as Chuck McCann's, but I kind of feel like he's putting on this Quahog / downtown New York accent of some sort. Before I give you my assessment or my final thoughts, I think I found a bug. So check this out. I knocked the ball into the upper playfield. I get 2 slaps at it before I fire it into the ship. The ball drops onto the playfield, but doesn't engage the lower flippers. Only the top flippers are engaged, and then I ultimately lose the ball. Was this supposed to happen, or is this a bug? Please let me know what you guys think in the comments. Overall, when it comes to this table, I'm kinda I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's okay. It's just not one of those ones that I absolutely have to play or I'm gonna gravitate to. So what do you guys think of my assessment? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Maybe a little in between? Let me know. Well, that's it for this one, folks. If you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Let me know why. Subscribe and give me another shot. If there's anything you'd like to see me cover, please let me know. If there's anything you'd like me to change or think I could do better, again, please let me know. If you hung out to the end, thank you for sticking around. I just want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And as always, stay safe, be well, and take care.